You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back, Rudrance, for Black and White Sports 2. Well, this is a little treat for this channel. We're going to talk about some Brittney Griner. I know. Please bring your vomit bags to this portion of the video. Yes, we're going to talk about Brittney Griner. That's right, the brave, stunning, courageous WNBA star that was detained in Russia. The Biden administration labeled her wrongfully detained, even though she admitted to bringing said cannabis oil into said country, and said offense is extremely offensive in that country. It carries an actual 10-year sentence. That's right. Putin went out there and said, we're not going to be like you drug-addicted Americans. Okay. I mean, speak for Brittney Griner, Putin. Okay. So Brittney Griner has figured out a way, as you can imagine, to monetize her experience over in Russia. That's right. Oh, my goodness. I know you all are awaiting her memoir. That's right. Brittney Griner's got a memoir about the terrifying aspects of her detainment in Russia. This is Outkick. Brittney Griner is ready to write a tell-all, of course she is, on getting imprisoned in Russia and being under frightening detainment for 10 months. Brittney Griner, do you respect America more now that you have been locked up in Russia? Inquiring minds want to know. Brittney Griner, are you going to make sure you stand for the National Anthem? Inquiring minds want to know. Yes, I want to know this stuff now that you've found out what true oppression is like. Announced Tuesday, Griner will be releasing a memoir detailing her experience under Russian captivity after illegally smuggling a weed pen into the country and being detained for 294 days. Griner was present in the country to play international ball, but gravely miscalculated Russian stance on drugs or Americans. Quote, that day in February was the beginning of an unfathomable period in my life, which only now am I ready to share. Because I waited so long. It's been like 4 months. Griner said in a statement as relayed by the AP. Griner's saga covered extensively by Outkick and Black and White Sports. Outkick. Not affiliated, but yeah, we covered it a bunch. Spawned a number of interesting storylines, such as fixing the pay in the WNBA to keep more women from playing in hostile territories overseas, and U.S. President Joe Biden's inability to bring Griner back home without caving into Vladimir Putin's demand, which Biden ultimately did. Of course, he gave up the merchant of death, the Lord of War, Victor Bout. Quote, after an incredibly challenging 10 months in detainment, I am grateful to have been rescued and to be home. Let us not forget about a former Marine, former member of law enforcement, Paul Whelan, who is just rotting away over there, much older than Brittney Griner, in much worse health. And Joe Biden chose to rescue a basketball player. All right. Griner added in her statement, readers will hear my story and understand why I'm so thankful for the outpouring of support from people across the world, including one of our Democratic representatives from here in Texas, Sheila Jackson Lee. That's right. That's right. She was banging the drum to get said WNBA star back home. 6-time WNBA All-Star and outspoken LGBT activist received flack for previously condemning the United States over supposed lack of human rights, only to end up in an actual country that treated her like dirt for identifying as a lesbian. Well, you know, the road runs both ways, because for Biden, The fact that she was a tall, black lesbian actually got her out of Russia. Let's be real. Because she checked a bunch of boxes, conveniently, he made it a priority to rescue her and not Paul Whelan or Mark Fogel, who the Biden administration still refuses to recognize as wrongfully detained a teacher. By the way, the exact same sentence as Brittney Griner. The exact same offense. Over there working for years as a teacher, they found a little marijuana on him, and now he's rotting away. Amid the differences, Americans overwhelmingly spoke up and demanded for the U.S. government to retrieve Griner. Did they? Outkick. Wait, what? Okay. Which transpired on December 2022 at a divisive asking price. Griner was kept in a penal colony in Moldova after attempting to smuggle a THC pen onto a plane after playing in Russia. Griner was sent back to the U.S. after Biden agreed to return notorious Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout. The exchange has widely been dubbed one of the worst trades in sports and human history. That's right. An absolutely horrible trade. The worst trade since Cleveland decided to trade for Deshaun Watson. Biden and crew were unable to bring back U.S. Marine Paul Whelan. It should have been non-negotiable. And now you've given up the only true piece of collateral we had, Viktor Bout. Again, for a basketball player who's been stuck in Russia since 2018 after being accused of espionage. Quote, and by the way, if you think Griner being brought back for Viktor Bout isn't the reason the guy from the Wall Street Journal's locked up right now in Russia, you're out of your mind. Of course it is. Putin said, oh, we've got an opportunity because we've got a hapless, courageless president in office right now. Griner also describes her stark and surreal time living in a foreign prison and terrifying aspects of day-to-day life in a women's penal colony. Griner's announcement added, at the heart of the book, Griner highlights the personal turmoil she experienced during the near 10-month ordeal and resilience that carried her through to the day of her return to the United States last December. Don't count on her titling the memoir, quote, I Love America, though she has a good reason. Who wrote this? Alejandro Avila. That's exactly what she should title this. Thank you, America, for ignoring the Marine and bringing me, the basketball player, home. Again, did you not know it was illegal, highly illegal? Of course you did when you carried your cannabis all over there because you had been playing in Russia for years and years and years. I will continue to say, and you will not get me to back off of this, that Griner would never have been grabbed in Russia if Trump was the president. And if she had, she'd have been out at record speed. I mean, it is what it is. But when you got an alpha in office and then you got a beta like Biden, I mean, there's your differences right there. No respect to this president whatsoever from any of the leaders around the world. Believe that. Putin, Xi Jinping, all of them have noticed. I mean, he's just an old man, an old carcass walking around, puppeted around by the Democrats. Let's be real. Yeah, I got political because this whole thing, it is political. When you make that trade, and this is the president that did it, he got himself all up in it. Peace. I'm out till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.